The Central Bank of the United States, the Federal Reserve, has been deceiving Americans for a long time. But today, that deception is playing out perfectly the way that they intended it. You see, the stock market is up because of an inflation report that just came out. And I'm going to show you how everything in front of you is not only a lie, but they are in the middle of stealing your hard-earned money. Let's dive into this story out of CNBC. And I want to remind you that first off, type one if you agree. When you save a penny, it means you've earned a penny. Most humans do not look at things like that. They do not care because savings takes away what they want or they think it does, but it actually creates more wealth than they could ever dream. So if you want to start learning how to save money, I'm going to show you how to save money in taxes. The Tax Planning 101 sale is going on right now. I just got a second email from someone that now says, the first one, you saved my boss $35,000. They took the course because they are the bookkeeper. And somebody just emailed me and said, I don't know where this email goes. I hope someone's watching. You just saved me $20,000 in taxes. So please start learning how to save money in taxes. The link's down below. All right. Right now, the stock market is up. And as what's happening to gold, gold's down, right? Why? Gold and silver down, platinum and palladium down because the inflation report came out. Cool. All right. This is important to understand because this is what the Federal Reserve is doing to every American right now, and they are stealing from them. Check this out. Stocks rise on cooler than expected inflation data. So cooler than expected. We were expecting high numbers. I've told you that inflation is going to get even worse, and I'm going to explain how in just a second. It says the Dow Jones went up, the NASDAQ went up, all that stuff. Micron Technology, all this crap went up, right? It said the delayed November Consumer Price Index, which is the first one issued to the public since the government shutdown, showed that the headline annual inflation rate was 2.7%, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The 12-month rate for core CPI, or the cost price index, which excludes food and energy, was 2.6. Why do you have to exclude food and energy? It's because food and energy keep going up. I get it. Oil's down right now. The price of the pump's down. Well, it's also a seasonal issue, okay? So not everything in front of you that's happening right now is because things are good. Actually, things are really bad. So when you see low fuel prices and it's during the winter, it's because less people are traveling. There's less demand on the prices, which means they're lower, okay? Don't think for a second that inflation's gone. It's not. But this is the most important part. How many people, type yes or no if you've heard the term the Fed's mandate. The Fed has a mandate, and it has to do with inflation. So type yes or no. Have you seen that? The Fed's mandate, that's 2% inflation. That's their goal. This is where they're robbing you. The Fed has set a plan to constantly destroy the purchasing power of your currency by 2% a year, which means that if everything goes to plan, inflation will always rise 2%. This is why things go up like homes over the lifespan because of interest rate manipulation and the destruction of your currency. This is why you always see people that are older than you go, I remember when that was 5 cents. Yeah, but you know what's funny? They remember that, but they couldn't tell you what the Fed mandate is and how the Fed has decided to continue to destroy your currency. Now, with that being said, a lot of people go, well, we're going to go buy gold and silver. Good news. We're going to go buy it. There's no counterparty risk. Yeah, there is. The risk is that the Federal Reserve's interest rate manipulation will cause it to tank. So this is important. Now we are on that spot where gold and silver are rising because of inflation and the need to raise rates and then subsequent dropping of rates. But what happens when the Fed does drop rates in earnest? It's because things are really bad. And so gold and silver actually take a header during those times. All right. I'm not telling you to go out and sell your silver, gold. I'm not giving you any financial advice. I'm teaching facts right now about this inflation. So right now, you've got stocks excited. Oh my gosh. You want to know why? Because they're going, if inflation's not as bad as we thought, then more people could buy stocks, which means we could sell them our useless paper. Because most stocks aren't dividend paying. They don't pay an interest rate. They don't bring a rate of return. The only rate of return is that you can find a sucker that will buy your stock for more than you paid for it. It's the greater fool theory. And that's where it is. That's where it lies. That's why this next year I'm going to attack and destroy the thought of what people think about taxes and how they can make so much stinking money from not paying them. Not all of them. You always got to pay to Caesar what is Caesar's because you're working in that realm. You're getting money from your job in US dollars. You're going to get taxed US dollars. Sucks, doesn't it? But it doesn't have to. So today you're looking at all of this exciting stuff and people are telling you that it's because, and this is something I'm going to teach you right now. And I want you to really think about this for a second. It's going to change everything. Everyone's celebrating this. The stock market's going up, all this stuff, because inflation's going down. It's going down. You know, one reason it's going down is because people are buying less stuff. So companies are now being forced to lower their prices. Do you know the cure for high prices, and many people have heard this, is high prices. The cure for high prices is high prices. What does that mean? That means over a sustained period of time, if prices continue to rise, people finally run out of money. Look at what's going on with McDonald's. I'm sitting in a parking lot right now, staring at the golden arches right now, and the CEO is coming out and saying the poor people are no longer eating at McDonald's. They do not have the money because a Big Mac has gone up over 300. I think it's 329% since the start of the pandemic. So where's the 2.6% inflation? Remember, the Fed excludes food and energy. So what are we talking about? We're talking about cheap crap from China's going down. Huh. Well, that makes sense. Because if you think about it, this is November's numbers. They've already been selling that cheap crap from China for even cheaper, getting ready for Black Friday. It's no longer Black Friday, it's Black Month. Because companies now are in massive panic modes because they can't sell enough stuff, so they're lowering their prices. And it's not just like the Best Buys, the Costco's, it's the manufacturers lowering their prices. So you're going to see more and more of this, but I don't want you to be deceived. I hope you got something out of this. Most people don't understand how this works. I just want to type 10 if what I'm saying makes sense, because I want to explain it in a different way. I don't need any fancy whiteboards or editors or any of that crap. I just got myself a coffee and I got myself a pickup truck, and I'm going to tell people how to make money and show them how to save money. And I'm telling you right now, the number way to make money is save it, because I saved money for years and years and I invested it. And that's why I'm where I'm at now, in a pickup truck. Oh, with a rubber chicken. But hey, I'm not the crazy one. That guy is. The Economic Ninja is out.